My name is Donna, and this is my testimony. I grew up Catholic in a town nearby here in Lowville. My parents were Catholic. I was brought up Catholic, and it was different. I was the sixth out of 7 children, and family dynamics were difficult. But after graduation from high school, I went to the Triple Cities area, Binghamton, Johnson City, Endicott, to go to nursing school. And at the end of my first year there, I went to a movie called The Rapture. And in that movie, it shared the scriptures on when Jesus comes back the second time, he's going to be looking for a church without a spot or a wrinkle. He is looking for a church that is holy and righteous in him. And I knew I was not. And I gave my heart to the Lord that night. Through several starts and stops, a Bible study that they sent to me, friends that I met at nursing school, that I started to grow in the Lord. I attended First Assembly of God in Binghamton and finished my schooling there, came back to the Watertown area and attended the Haley Street, or now A New Way, church for a little while. But then I went to Faith Fellowship and established really good friendships there with some of the people. While I was there, one of the girls that I met was attending Central Bible College in Springfield, Missouri. And she asked me if I would be interested in being a nurse for them, because they were looking for a nurse for the new year. And I said, sure. And I applied and got the job and got to go to Bible college for the price of my books. They paid my tuition and my room and board for being the nurse for them. So that was very, very much a blessing. While I was there, my dad died. He had COPD and emphysema and congestive heart failure. And I fought my way home to see him before he died. And it wasn't good. And after he died, I went into a really bad depression. It was medication. It was not being able to work. It was not a good time in my life. But I met Mark Petzold, and he loved me and I loved him from the very start. And we were married in 1985, had 2 children, which we brought up in the Lord, and had 33 years together. And 2 years ago, he passed away with cancer. Very rare, unheard of form of cancer. Only 1 in a million pretty much has that kind of cancer. But it took his life in less than 11 months. I don't think I can.
Okay.
Because it was really hard. After he died, instead of going into a depression, I clung to the Lord. I read through the Bible in a year, the first year after he died. This year, I read through the Bible in 6 months and started taking classes here at Calvary, in the Calvary Bible College, and have just plugged in to the Lord and ministry and service, and it has helped me so much. And now the Lord has opened the door so that I can do a grief share ministry. We have videos of counselors and Christians of renown that have gone through the death of a loved one themselves, or have just been in counseling and Christian counseling for a long time. And it really, really helps to see these videos and to hear their testimonies, and then have a time of prayer and sharing afterward. if anybody out there is grieving the loss of a loved one, please find yourself a place to get counseling or go through something like Grief Share so that you can get help from the Lord. It helps so much. Since I've become a Christian, the Lord has allowed me to teach, starting with grade school children through high school. I've never taught adults other than in small groups in my home, but I have been in nursery and toddlers and Sunday school, Royal Rangers, girls ministries, participant in women's ministries. Mark and I had small groups in our homes every time there was a sign up to have one. I taught children's church for over 10 years. I was basically the only adult. I had teenagers to help, and I would do it all except for the first Sunday, which was Communion Sunday, every month. I ended up having to stop that when my mother came to live with me. She developed pulmonary fibrosis, and she needed someone to care for her, and so I was working in and taking care of her, and Mark was taking care of her, the kids were taking care of her, and then we actually got help here at the church from one of the ladies, Evelyn, that she came and she would sit when I was working with my mom, or working away from my mom. And my oldest sister, Ethel, came home from New Mexico to help out as well. Mom passing wasn't as hard because I was able to lead her to the Lord several years before that, and while she was at my home, I was able to lead my youngest sister to the Lord, and my sister from New Mexico was led to the Lord several years ago. So family members have been able to see the difference in me, and I've been able to help them. And other places I've served, I plant flowers and weed here at the church. I give to anyone that I can see in need. I've been a mission supporter from day one. I love missions. I love missionaries. I love the thought of going and being a missionary someday. And yes, I'm old now, but God still uses me in a lot of different ways, and I can see someday going on a mission field for a while and serving Him that way. Thank you.
Thank you.